Okay, welcome to another edition of Krahm fucking Fitness. Goddammit. Okay, so we got a shitload of stuff to discuss here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post my routine for the next 30 days. So it'll be I'm at my 60 days. So I'm going into my 60 day. I'm gonna post my routine on that. Finally got it all fine-tuned. That was a friggin' nightmare. It took me a week. Like I did that all it took me a week to put that together. Get my diet all squared away. What times am I eating? How am I training? How am I going to split everything up? Adding to my workouts. Just putting everything together. There's a lot of trial and error. Diet. I figured that once I started training like 3 times a day, 5-6 hours a day, sometimes, that I could take in more calories. The first 30 days, I kept my calories relatively low, under around 2,000 and under. So going into the 60 day, I figured, okay, if I'm going to be training 4 or 5 hours a day, and I'm starting to go a little heavier on some exercises, I figured, okay, well, obviously I could probably take another 400 or 500 calories in, right? Pretty makes a lot of sense, right? So so I did that for about 3 or 4 days, and I noticed I started getting the weight back in my face, right? Just little signs, right? I wasn't just, like, I could see that I wasn't as toned. I could see I was putting on more mass, right? Not lean muscle and losing weight, what we want right now. So, so what I did is, because I introduced, chicken salad, and ranch dressing, and the ranch dressing like punches a lot of calories and fat, right? So I decide, well, you know what? Our main objective right now, sure, building muscle would be nice, but our main objective is to get nice and hard and lean, right? And get cut up, so that's the main objective. So I cut down my calories, I think starting today. So I did a whole week of 20 or 2,000, maybe 24, 25 at the most. So we're going to bring that right back down. So I had to devise how many calories per shake, what times. I'll only do the chicken thigh salad once a day instead of twice or 3 times. So it's just figuring all that kind of stuff, like, because you gotta. So if I'm eating between 6 and 8 times a day, I don't want to be over and I don't want to be under, right? So I'll give you a perfect example. Like yesterday, I managed to get 6 meals in, and my first meal was 204, my second was 382, my next one was 380, my next one was 382, 380, and then 382 again. So it came in around 2,100 calories. So that's what I'm trying to do. What else do I want to talk about? I don't know if you guys want me to post what I actually do in a day. Maybe I'll just save that for at the end of the 30 day, and I'll do like the journal thing like I did last month, where I do the, what do you call that? A collage of all, like, the pages of my journal. Maybe that's what I'll do. Well, I still have to do that shoulder workout for you guys too, eh? What else is there? What else is there? Yeah, so like I said, I'm introducing a little heavier weight now. And so what I'm doing is, for a lot of exercises, like for example, what would be a good example? Well, I'm trying to bring everything back down to 10 reps. You know, because what I'm doing now is I'm doing like a supersetting, like for chest, I'm doing bench presses, back, I'm doing like some light rows. So I'm doing like a heavy set, and I'm supersetting with like a pump set, you know, so I'm kind of incorporating the two. Legs have been interesting. I added a backpack today, past parallel, so normally I would do 10 sets, but I only did 5 today because when I did that video, when I went past there, they were pretty fucking sore, so yeah. Yeah, and I had to rearrange my whole routine because after I did a leg workout, my knees were way too fucking sore to do back and deadlifts, you know, because I'm in that bent over position, right? So I had to rearrange the whole routine, you know, around that. So you know, the gains are coming. I'm definitely seeing some a little bit of like muscle, like maybe not muscles put on, maybe a couple pounds of muscle, maybe if I was lucky. But everything's more fuller, tighter. Definitely losing a lot of body fat. Strength is a lot slower, but it's you know, it's totally what I expected, right? I got low testosterone, right? You know, honestly, I tell you, you know, if I, you know, back in the day when I used to do fucking steroids, if I was this fucking, you know, I was pretty anal about my diet back in the day, but I did a lot of partying, way too much fucking drinking, you know, and you know, if that would be now, boy, that'd be a trip. So you know, hopefully we can really get this fine-tuned and lay a really serious foundation, and hopefully we'll get that testosterone therapy in September, and that would be a lot of fun. You know, there's a lot of misconceptions about steroids out there. You know, I'm not even gonna get into it with you guys. I'm not gonna fucking get into an arguing contest about that. You know, if you don't know, you don't know. If you do know, then you know. But I tell you, when I was doing a cycle, I was probably, I think, 36, 37, 38, thereabouts. And I did a couple, but the last cycle I did 16 weeks. I was doing, what the hell was I doing? About 750 milligrams a week of testipinate or ethanate. Doesn't really matter, it's the same fucking thing. And I was doing 350 to 400 milligrams of Deca. And my first 6 weeks of that cycle, I did 100 milligrams of Anadrol 50. And let me tell you, that 4 months, I never felt better in my life. I've never felt better in my life. And I can really understand now why some men, they say go through their midlife crisis. It's probably because a shitload of those motherfuckers, their testosterone's fucking low as shit, and they're more acceptable to depression, right? So I never felt fucking more alive, more healthier. You know, it was great. And it wasn't the bipolar that was doing that. It was the steroids, you know. So I'm definitely hoping to be able to get on that again. You know, I'm curious to see what the protocol would be for testosterone hormone replacement. You know, I don't think to be, you know, like shooting 1.5 grams of testosterone fucking a week, you know. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it happens. You know. If he chooses not to do anything for me, or you know, it doesn't meet my expectations, you know, maybe I'll try and find another means of obtaining that stuff. You know, I almost want to like do it now, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Right now, we're making progress, you know. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Hope you guys find this information helpful, and I will see you probably at the next video I'm doing is I wanted to do an up-to-date shoulder workout, my updated shoulder workout for you guys. That's what the next video I need to do. Okay, so until I see you then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Krahm fucking bless you all. Have a great week, guys. Bye.